We're motivationing.
We're motivationing.
Man. I'm in studio with many ladies.
Yes, what a treat.
Yes,
what a treat.
It's fantastic.
God is good.
Yeah, and all the time. Man.
And all the time.
God is good and that's nature. Wow. So I'm going to allow Junior to do the honors of that question.
Well. Family, friends, today we motivate with June and Martin on the jam. And we got an award-winning musician, a diversity, equity, and inclusion consultant, a disability rights advocate, and a nominated senator. But let her tell you her name. Who are you?
Hey, wow. Do I also do the American accent?
Whatever. We're in Rwaka. So whatever
name.
comes to. Come on. Come on, sis.
Howdy.
Howdy.
My name is Crystal Asige. Hey, guys. What's up?
How
you
you
okay?
doing?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Yep.
You guys are doing great, by the way. I was saying that to you when I walked in, but I want to say it on mic, on record, as they say in Parliament. Put it on record.
Thank you so much. I want to tell June I make her look special.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
That's on record too now. Okay. We shall remember. Okay, so who is Crystal Asige?
Wow. Well, apart from what you said, which I suppose is the outward-facing personality brand, I'm just a person who is really crazy about having people being seen, heard, and understood, you know? I think my own life experience, being born without a disability, then acquiring one later in life, I've been able to sort of live on both sides of the coin, whereby when I didn't have a disability, I was part of society, you know, in every way possible. Then all of a sudden, just because of a declining eye condition that I didn't have any control over, I didn't have any cure, glaucoma now made me realize how invisible people like me are and what it feels like. And so I think through all that struggle, the adapting phase, the acceptance phase, and all those phases, I just decided to turn pain into power. Now that I came into Parliament in 2022 through the nomination of my party leader, I think that was my resolve. My resolve was to, I know how it feels like to live like this, and I want other people behind me to have better and to do better. Yeah.
And you sing too.
And I sing too. I still sing. Yes. That is my first love, and can't let it go.
So, I mean, music was there before, right?
Yeah.
It was there all through, I want to say. Like, do you remember your first experience with like, oh, I like this thing, I like this music thing?
My very, very first thing that I remember when I was maybe 3 years old in nursery, in Mombasa. That's where I grew up, and I was born there. I remember coming home from school, and I was crying to my mom about some bully. His name was Kevin, by the way. So,
oh my gosh,
I remember his name too.
Kevin.
It was that traumatic, I'm telling you. So when I came home, instead of explaining to my mom what happened and what I was feeling, because I couldn't really express myself. Funnily enough, when I was younger, I was very poor at it. I started to sing it instead to my mom, and that's when she actually reminds me, now that I'm an adult, that was the first time I ever heard you singing or using the arts or poetry or music to express yourself. So it was around then, and then one time when I was in university in the UK is when I went for my first like proper open mic. Then I saw people throwing money into a box for this lady who was on the stage, with her little guitar. And I was like, man, people can pay you just to do this. I was like, okay. I put 2 and 2 together, and yes, then I decided music can actually be a thing for me.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Still art as advocacy.
Exactly.
It was advocating against bullies back in the day, and now for other things.
You.
Yeah,
that's consistency.
You started this advocacy thing a long time ago.
Yeah, let me tell you a story.
Yourself as well.
Actually, there's a story that I want to tell your viewers about you, Junie.
Oh, wow.
There's a time, ladies and gents listening, when I was singing with June, for June, one of her amazing Motown shows. It was December time, right? Somewhere actually not far from here. And she called me and asked me to be one of her BVs.
Yeah.
And I remember I was one of these 3 babes. I felt like I was the dream girl. So with these like beautiful gowns on. I remember mine was like a greenish, like a nice light green. Oh, it was beautiful. So June as well has given me opportunities in the past, and I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
So you have new music coming up?
I do. I have new music coming out this Friday. I have a single that I've been recording. It's very difficult to be in Senate during the day and then studio during the night.
Exactly.
But I've been able to steal some time away from the humongous demands. I'm the only person representing PWDs in Senate, and also actually I'm the only visually impaired parliamentarian across both houses. So doing this work is quite consuming, but when I have a few minutes here and there, I just go back to the place that I know best, which is studio. Lock myself in there with my producer, poor guy, Woodham, wherever you are, Paul. I'm coming, and he's like, oh no, you're coming. Because he knows that I've got so much to say. So yeah, it's culminated into this song, this first release that I'm doing this weekend. And then the rest of the mixtape is going to come out in the new year.
You know, we had enough. We had a guitarist just hanging around.
Just hanging around?
Yeah.
Wow, you guys stay ready.
Yeah. I was like, I can play music.
Yeah.
And hi, how are you?
I'm good.
What's your name?
My name is Limbali.
Yeah, Limbali. Yeah. So we found him around 2 Rivers, just walking around. And
Limbali.
We're like, hey, you know, the senator is coming. Crystal Asige is coming. Do you want to come and, we test her, this musical talent of ours? So do you mind singing us something?
Yes, I would love to actually. Start my week off with some music.
Start all of our weeks off with some more music. This is the Jam on Motivational Mondays with June and Martin, Limbali on guitar, and of course Senator Crystal Asige.
This is better, yeah? Hey. Oh, has it been so honest, going through the hardest, through all the joy and laughter, pain and disaster. Don't let the sun go down, let's talk it through. Na asubuhi we can start anew. Huwezi poteza kama ni yako, na ukishaonyeshwa pepea nayo. Najua ni mzigo, na wewe ni mzito. Better and better, better and better. You're better and better. You're better and better. We're better and better. Getting better and better. We're better and better. Martin and Junior, better, better and better. Yeah, that's it. You just know my songs. Wow, you just pulled in here from here.
That's what happens at Two Rivers. We have so many artists and talented
hanging
people
around,
just hanging around. You need someone to shoot a video, he's there. Someone to play. Yeah.
Do you remember the guitar? There used to be a music store down here.
Yeah.
It's unfortunately closed. But we've had artists come and they say, oh, I brought an electric guitar instead of... Then we say, hold on 1 second. We just go and say, wait, guys, hook it up. So we stay ready. I love that was beautiful. Better and better.
Better and better.
Andy better. The Andy has come from your heritage.
You know, listen, when you're in studio, okay, and when you have only a certain amount of time to look for all the syllables to pack in there, sometimes you just go Andy.
Andy, so much.
Andy better is fine. I like that enunciation.
Andy better.
Yeah, I can relate. Better Andy better.
Andy better.
You know, thank you so much for coming to studio. We'll be talking some more about accessibility, inclusion, your experience in life, your music, your new music that's coming up. That's David Sayega saying hi to Senator Crystal Asige. He's going to be, telling us what's going on in the business, and we shall come back and also talk about the business of the Senate, how it's going and what your experiences and, how you're doing in there, by the way. But for now, it's time for the business news. We'll be back. This is June Gashui and Martin Karaoke on The Jam. If you have any questions, June,
let us know at The Jam 984 on X and on WhatsApp 0701 984 984. We'll be back.
For sure.
Capital Business News with Old Mutual. Do great things every day.
In headlines, Kenyan student enrolled to UK universities up 34% on rising demand, and Indian capital grapples with lingering air pollution. Kenyan student enrollment in the UK universities has surged 34% over the past 4 years to 7,525 learners, buoyed by the country's growing push to build a globally competitive workforce and rising demand for international skills. Fresh figures released during the British Council of Kenya's Opportunities Unlocked event show that annual UK study visa approvals for Kenya increased from 1,156 back in 2021 to 2,210 last year, marking a steady rise in interest in global academic pathways. First-year admissions jumped 74% over the same period as more students target internationally recognized qualifications. The upward trend is driven by strong uptake in computing, business and management, engineering and technology, social sciences and allied health programs, areas closely aligned with Kenya's evolving labor market needs. The Capital Markets Authority has launched unexpanded investigations into Chumi Supermarket's governance and regulatory compliance, signalling heightened scrutiny of the troubled retailer after a shareholder filed a formal complaint. In a response to the Commission on Administrative Justice regarding concerns raised by investor Francis Njoroge Wanjiko, the regulator said it is conducting a fresh assessment of Chumi's board conduct, disclosures and compliance with corporate governance standards. The regulator noted that Chumi has published all audited annual reports from back into 2018 to last year, in line with the Capital Markets Public Offers Listing and Disclosures Regulations 2023, a central issue in the investor's complaint. The widened review covers the retailer's annual reports, governance statements and other public disclosures to determine whether it meets transparency and reporting obligations expected of a listed company. And finally, the air quality in Delhi and its surrounding areas turned hazardous today, with a thick blanket of smog engulfing several areas in the Indian capital city. According to the Central Pollution Control Board, many areas, particularly in the eastern parts of Delhi and the adjoining areas, witnessed an air quality index of around 450, which was considered severe in terms of air pollution standards. Over the past couple of days, the overall air quality has been poor in Delhi and its adjoining areas, causing some people to experience difficulty in breathing. The number of patients suffering from respiratory ailments increased manifold at several government-run hospitals, according to the local media. As a precautionary measure, authorities in Delhi have issued health advisories directing the locals not to indulge in outdoor physical activities unless very necessary. And that's your business. My name is Davis Ayega.
Capital Business News with Old Mutual. Do great things every day.
Excuse me, customer. Aki sina coins. So you please pick some sweets instead.
Tuna change.
Sina change.
So utakatibu nini sasa?
Sweets?
Wewe unaona mimi mtoe.
Hapana, lakini sina change.
Hata unuruma na meno zangu una.
Aki, sorry.
We.
Shika sweets.
Stop those tricks na sweets zako. Give me my balance, bwana.
Aki, sina change.
Mambo ni mengi na masaa ni machache. You don't need to stress over loose change. Just tap, swipe, shop with MasterCard. Kitu simple, safe, priceless. Choose MasterCard.
Tired of simply getting from point A to B? It's time for a journey that means so much more. Join Phalaris and myself, Chico, on Capital in the Morning as we explore the stories that truly connect us. Together, we'll unpack and celebrate the mentorship mile, diving into the life-changing journeys made possible by great mentors. It's also a moment to honor the incredible co-pilots in our lives, the women who lift us to greater heights. Jambojet Flight is more than a journey, connecting your possibilities to your purpose. Get ready for powerful stories and inspiring wins. Tune in to Capital in the Morning from 6 a.m. and join the conversation, and also stand a chance to win amazing prizes. Brought to you by Jambojet. Book your journey now at jambojet.com.
Best mix of music, 98.4 Capital FM.
Thanks for coming. Asanteni kwa kuja. Thanks for coming. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Shombo jingi zede soko la samaki, feri na ngoja hata beberu ni pati, buheri wa afya, hofu juu yako, merci beaucoup, njoo ongea na kazini yako, naenda kazini wakati wanaenda vitandani, so salama, so salmini na silale kapitani, hakuna imani kwa masnichi mwana, njoo napanga kute shoka kazamani zama, bastola na glasa vodka, lazima kwenda sadaka, madeni lazima lipwe, hata mdai wasipotaka, another day, another dollar, hami mchaga mwingine, siku nyingine la nyingine, so kicheche mwingine, asanteni kwa kuja, thanks for coming. Asanteni kwa kuja, thanks for coming. Ila balu balu dele, naomba mimi na wewe tuwe, achana balu balu dale, nalalia, sina balu balu dele, naomba mimi na wewe tuwe, achana balu balu dale, jotem, kutoka tulipokutana, sijawahi kufikiria tutachana, lakini tulipopendana, ueleweki unaniumiza sana, upendo gani na sikuoni baby, upendo gani upatikani hane, upendo gani uniamini baby, balu, upendo gani na sikuoni baby, upendo gani upatikani hane, upendo gani uniamini baby, balu, bila balu baby, naomba bila wewe tuwe, achana balu dale, nalalia, sina balu baby.
Ikibamba sana basi pull it up. Select a cheza doba once from the top. Tunisha speaker, we mash it up. Fire, we light it up. Tuko tao, CBD kwa penthouse. Wanadhani CBD ni guesswork, lakini jua bidii tunazoza, na ni magrami tundo tunangoja. Donjo maber kwa mdomo ni kuber, na doba Johnny Mwaki ukipenda email, napendwa na mapen na wote Johnny 10, nikikusalimia unanijibu tu maber. Napenda vile magala wamekuja wamebeba, napenda vile mamanzi wamekuja wameiva. Ikibamba sana basi pull it up. Select a cheza doba once from the top. Donjo maber. Tunisha speaker, we mash it up. Fire, we light it up. Donjo maber.
Makwela na majaji wanazitoka, sare ubamba sana baada ya mboka, wasanse watiaji tunawatoka, salamu wanga moja na ni top shota, but originally tofa wanga mkali, inasumbuka town baka mashinani, kolabo na iani ande mtaani, wakiuliza wambie tuko CBD ndani. Napenda vile madem wamekuja wamebeba, napenda vile makwela wamekuja wameiva.
Ikibamba sana basi pull it up. Select a cheza doba once from the top.
Cheza doba from the top. 0 minutes past 4:30 on the jam. November 24th. December is here next week. Junior Gashui, Martin Karaoke,
Senator Crystal Asige,
everyone who's in studio.
Yeah.
Also, hey, June, Martin, December is here next week.
You guys, we just noticed that the month is over and therefore the year is over. It is 2026 tomorrow. My goodness.
May I want to know from Senator Crystal Asige, do you have the same problems we have here?
I have your problems and my own problems. Now that I have all of our problems.
So at the Senate, do you have sick leave?
No, nothing like sick leave. My goodness, can you imagine if I close my door? If a member of the public came and knocked and this found my door closed, off on leave. This phone would no. I can't.
So you can't take leave.
But we do have recess, like in chambers, so that members of parliament can go back, of course, to their constituencies throughout the year. There's a short one in Easter time, then in August time, and then in December time.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're almost at the December recess.
You played a song there for us just earlier.
Yeah.
New music coming up this when?
Friday.
Friday.
Releases on Friday. Yeah, better.
But this song you played is the one that's releasing.
Yes, it's
It's the one that's it's here an exclusive.
Yes, it's the first single from the mixtape that will now come out in 2026.
A mixtape.
Yes.
What is a what's a mixtape?
I'm just calling it a mixtape. Other people call it an EP, but yeah, it's sort of something that I'm trying to experiment on. It's called Blinding Allure. It's the second mixtape. The first one I actually released in 2023, around this time, 2023, and then it took me a little time because in 2024, as you remember, things were hot around the country.
Yes.
Didn't really have time to be in studio to create, so I had to shelve that for a bit, and then now I'm back with Blinding Allure 2, and the plan is to have like Blinding Allure 3 and 4 and 5, and the reason for that is because I want to show the different sides of who I am as a creative. So the first one was more like hip hop R&B. This one is more like Afro-infused, Afro soul. The next one, who knows, could be gospel, could be reggae, you know, whatever it is that I feel I want to express to my followers, And
when you're writing this mixtape, the songs in the mixtape, what was the inspiration generally? Was there something about, the artist rights, inclusion, accessibility, or is it generally yourself?
It's just generally all layers of who I am, because a lot of the time people look at me, especially now that I'm in politics and I'm in the Senate, they look at me as a single story. They just want me to be Crystal the artist, or Crystal the politician, or Crystal the disability rights advocate. But I want to show, especially young people, the importance of being able to balance and show people that you are not just a single story. We're all very multi-dimensional, and you can actually pull all parts of you and bring it all onto the table. I mean, look at June. In fact, it's almost the same, because you're also in policy and lawmaking, but then you're also an MC or on radio, you're a musician yourself. So it's something similar, I suppose, that we're all trying to do and trying to tell the story that, hey, young people, I know in the past we've all been told, be a doctor, or be a lawyer, or be this. But now where we
you
are,
can do more than one thing.
We need actually people who are more diverse. For where this earth of ours is going, you will need to be versatile.
Crystal and Jule, how do you guys manage? Juggling all these things.
You see how we didn't even know December was here. That's how we manage.
So how do you keep your heads straight?
Yeah.
Your mental health and everything, because there's so many things. You are meeting people. You're an artist.
Yeah.
You need your own time as well.
Yep. Actually, I'll give you a snapshot of my week. Last week, I was at the G20 summit in South Africa. Of course, G20 is the first time it's in Africa. And so I was there speaking, doing some side events, talking about disability inclusion, talking about women rights and women empowerment. Flew back last night, was it? This morning was in a meeting with different stakeholders, went to another meeting down the road here at Glee Hotel, and then now I'm here talking about my music and talking about my advocacy work, and after this I'll have another online meeting with a UN Women sort of a team. So there's a lot going on, and how do I balance it? I think because I understand that it's important to prioritize, or not prioritize, but to balance. Because it can't always be 50-50 or 100. Sometimes on one day I'll give music 20% and I'll give the rest 80. Other days it'll flip and be the other way around. But it just depends on what's in front of me, what's the priority, and of course my ultimate goal is to serve and to give as much as I can. Because I think that I believe in this mantra that says the purpose of life is to find out your gift, and the meaning of life is to give it away. So I try to do both.
That's powerful. I think you're such a great storyteller. I think which is good, and music is usually a very good tool for things like that. But I think one of the things I've always been curious about is do you feel things are changing? Do you feel things are improving, or are these like the music, the work you do in Senate, are these all continuing avenues for you to sort of continue the advocacy? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So because you've had a lived experience in your own right, but you've also now have a new lived experience as a leader and as an advocate. Do you feel that it's moving the bar a little bit?
I will say yes and no. Some days I feel, wow, there's so much progression. People are really getting it. Eyes are being opened. Minds are being, minds are evolving and things. But at the same time, you look around and then you're like, wow, there's not really much change going on. So at different levels, I think it does, and it is changing. And I do see a change. For example, now I've been able to sponsor and pass a Persons with Disabilities Act of 2025. The last one we had was back in 2003. That was pre-constitution. So 22 years it took for us to have something that is in line with our own constitution for people with disabilities, and also that is, aligned with what the technologies and progressive tools and instruments and standards across the world for people with disabilities. So there I see, yes, there is movement. But then on the implementation side, I can say when you walk outside here and you look at the buildings, are they accessible? Nope. Are university campuses accessible for students? Nope. Are hospitals accessible? No. Things like this. So I think it's yes and no. However, my job, my only job, I think, is just to play my part. I think legislation and changing society in general is a relay. So one person runs their 100 meters, passes on the baton. Now it's my turn to run my 100 meters. I do my best in it, try to, catch up on the time, and then I'll pass it on to the next person. I don't think it'll be a job done fully in my own lifetime. However, I do see change, and the biggest hurdle I think we'll have to climb as a society is mindset. Yeah, when we're able to change people's minds, and those minds are the ones who make decisions on implementation and on inclusion in general and diversity and all the things that I'm working to push, then it'll be much easier. But right now, mindset change is the biggest hurdle, I think.
Is this something the media can help you with, the communication that is?
Yeah. What can we do?
And what can we do? Yeah. How can we do that?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, recently I just had a round table with the KEG, Editors Guild, just 2 weeks ago before I went to SA. And I was talking about the same thing. How can you guys as media, fraternity, and as the fourth estate support the changing of mindset? Because it's, like I said, very important. Before we build mental ramps, we must build mental ramps, right? And so I was saying to them, we need to tell a new story. The narrative cannot be warrior or charity or talking about disability in a way that evokes, pulls on heartstrings. It should be focusing on people with disabilities, in ingenuity, in our brilliance, in our innovation. We're very ambitious people as well. We're creative. We're all sorts. Focusing on that and telling a new story, and then also focusing, or rather exploring more avenues to look for stories of people with disability, because there's so many stories in our community, honestly. I mean, even the history of disability. Did you know that text messaging is actually inspired by a deaf person, a solution for deaf people?
Oh.
Yeah. So you remember we used to have rotary phones.
Yes.
Yeah.
So one time, I think in the early 80s, somebody was trying to figure out how to talk to his deaf friend and realized, okay, this rotary thing won't work. And then kidogo, he was able to now innovate on this new little portable phone that, was being developed at the time, and created the SMS system, which was what has now evolved into all sorts. I mean, now you and I,
we can text.
We're just here every opportunity. We're like, and that was actually inspired as a solution for a deaf person.
Yeah.
So you see, we actually can provide solutions that will help the entire world over, but people need to be able to see that, and seeing that means that you have to be open and have your ear to the ground as to, okay, if we help a person with disability, actually, we are helping everybody else.
Right. Before I go into the sports news, Davis Ayega, who's supposed to be in here, I just want to ask you, your downtime, what do you do? Because you've talked about work just now.
Work.
What do you do? How do you relax?
Listen to music. Right now, I'm listening to a new De La Soul album that just came out recently. It came out this week.
Clock it.
Oh my gosh, Uncle Matu knows clocking.
Because there are several uncles.
Yeah, so I'm right now diving into that. I listen to lots of music, lots of podcasts. I'm into podcasts, understanding what's going on around the world in different people's spaces and things. What else do I do? I like baking. I like walking when I have somebody, of course, to support and guide me. I really enjoy outdoors and just walking, especially on the beach. I'm a Mombasa girl.
Yeah.
And so whenever I have time to go to the beach, sit in the sun, swim, walk, that's something that I indulge in a lot.
Walking, yes.
Yeah.
That's me.
Why are you trying to take notes? You want to take notes? Yeah. You want to know what I like, so give me another day.
Yeah. Martin is a deep dive guy, man.
The info. That's been the Senate for lunch.
He can't even do it like he designed. He can't be like, he's just like,
Never.
yo, so what do you like? Let me write them down.
No. We do it direct nowadays. There's no
Can you
time.
see how many pens and pencils we have here? Look at so many pens and pencils. We're penciling and penning.
So we're going to go into the sports news and the news headlines, of course, right now. Then when we come back, of course, we can probably hear one more song and talk about the future.
Sure.
Where we're going to be and what's going on. And of course, June is going to also join you, be your BV.
Hey!
Mambo, yeah,
Totes.
what?
We're going to get
totes, totally.
Totally.
You cannot know totes and you know profits. All right.
Tots.
Totes,
So
not tots, not tots.
It's already.
Please,
It's already for a drink. It's have some tots.
In Capital Newsbeat this hour.
Lance Court holds planned eviction of Makongeni. Gachagua demands overhaul of IBC staff ahead of Magarini polls and 5 dead in suicide bombing in Pakistan.
More in Capital Newsbeat. Capital Sports Update, where sports is taken seriously.
It is Sporting Circles. Kenya's Matthew Kipsang cruised to victory at yesterday's Poker International Cross Country Tour in Spain to continue his latest winning run. The 30-year-old clocked 20 minutes and 5 seconds to win the men's 6.8 kilometers race ahead of the Spaniard duo of Rodrigue Quixada and Tiori, who finished second and third respectively. The win was Kipsang's third this month after winning the Cardiff Challenge in Wales as well as the Soria International Cross Country in Spain. The Kenya Federation of American Football have expressed their desire to present a flag football team for the Los Angeles Olympics in 2028. The Federation President George Alagua says the inclusion of flag football in the Olympics has inspired their efforts to take the sport to higher levels.
It's motivational, it's inspiring, and it kind of helps us create a pathway to help those upcoming athletes to understand competition doesn't just end in Kenya, nor does it end in continental activities or events in Africa. So we are going all the way to the Olympics. So it's quite timely for us here in Kenya and quite inspiring for our athletes.
Flag football is set to make its debut at the 2028 Olympics, having featured as a demonstration sport back in 1904 and in 1932. India's success in women's cricket continued with victory over Nepal in the final of the T20 World Cup for the blind. They defeated Nepal by 6 wickets in the Sri Lankan capital of Colombo yesterday in a tournament that featured 4 other teams including Pakistan, Australia, the United States as well as the host. The win comes less than a month after India won the 50 overs Cricket World Cup on home soil. And finally, in football, Chelsea and Arsenal are reportedly among clubs who are interested in Nottingham Forest defender Murillo. The two London clubs face competition from La Liga champions Barcelona for the signature of the 23-year-old Brazilian who was impressed since joining Forest back in 2023. Murillo scored the opening goal as Forest thrashed league champions Liverpool 3-0 on Saturday. And that's your sports. My name is Davis Ayega.
Capital Sports Update. Up-to-the-minute sports, where sports is taken seriously.
At the heart of the NCBA Golf Series is a commitment to the future. Our junior golfers, from elite squad training to US Kids tournaments, World Amateur Golf ranking events, and regional coaching clinics, more juniors than ever before are competing, learning, and shining. NCBA is backing the next generation of champions. Join us as we celebrate the champions of 2025 on 28th November at the Muthaiga Golf Club. NCBA, go for it. Tune into Capital in the morning for more information.
Let you know I'm loving now, you did do me slow.
Baby, cause tell me you already know. Got every head turning, I see the press coming. So what you telling me now? Who's that girl? Who's that girl? What's popping? Bad girl, there's no stopping. What's coming? Feeling the energy, adrenaline rushing. Real talk, now real talk, they wanna know. Guess you never heard of me, I'm popping out like confetti. Nothing on me energy, cause I'm the one they wanna see. Guess you never heard of me, I'm popping out like confetti. Nothing on me energy, cause I'm the one they wanna see. Yes, Dad. You want to know what I got.
Step in the party, all balance, see body on my G's, they low-key pretty, take 'em easy on me, you get too much tease. If you give me body, I feel in the empty. Black top of girl, I'm a villain, take me as a prisoner since you stand for justice. And if I ain't no bad pass, you be better go down, girl, champion, graceful, shallow. Me know say you get rugged side, you know me, but me get plans to cover and run away with you, that make us go feel. Normally you don't get in the competition, but to the trophy, not trying to gas you, everybody know this, you the body. I said you know it, you copy, bad girl, she the life of the party, get a one link, cause they need assist. Say many girls them there, but no many girls sabi. She one of one, dangerous, and every time she got me like,
Who's that girl? Who's that girl? What's popping? Bad girl, there's no stopping. What's coming? Feeling the energy, adrenaline rushing. Real talk, now real talk, they wanna know. If you never heard of me, I'm popping out like confetti. Nothing on me energy, cause I'm the one they want.
one love. All I need is your love, yeah. Sweet love, baby, yeah. All I need is your love, yeah. Baby girl, nobody have to know. Baby girl, what we consign them. Baby girl, keep it on the low, Baby girl, not to consign them. Am I love far away, you. Am I love far away, baby, you. Am I love so sa, yeah, you. I feel me still like me shy, yeah, you. Sweet love, oh, give me sweet love, oh, give me more love, yeah. Come give me some sweet love, come give me some sweet love.
Had it all arranged like magic. Had it arranged like magic. I was on my best, I'm counting. Was on my best, I'm counting. But who showed up? Priorities were bonding. My eyes will find my emotion. My eyes will find my emotion. No, no. Oh, you call me. Got my vision to blur. No, no. Feel like I fuck everything I go do. Got me feeling lost. Got me feeling lost. Oh, you call you. Got my vision in the blur. No, no. Feel like I fuck everything I go do. Oh, baby, you're my mind.
Vision get a little bloody, wanna think. All I think about is you or her and I get weak. I do my best to keep them down, my insecurities. I got distracted, how you get the better part of me now. Why you all upon in my mind, oh. Think about you over the time, oh no. I can't let you so damn fine, oh. I'm a temperature, got
All right. Welcome back to the jam. Hey. Mbali, you just have to be here every day now. If you're going to be playing as I talk, I love it. Yeah, just like, this is June Gashui. Right here on 98.4 Capital FM. Yay! It sounds so sweet. So sweet. You left us with, you guys are going on a date. So I'm just picking up where that left off. This is June and Martin on 98.4 Capital FM, your best mix of music. We are having a motivational Monday conversation with Senator Crystal Asige, who is also dropping a single this coming Friday, that's the 28th, called Better Andy. Better Andy Better. And no, there's no individual called Andy. It's like better and yes. But for it to sound musical. Mm-hmm. So Martin gave us a bit of a challenge, so we're going to do a little ditty before we get back into our conversation.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
Yeah, are we aligned with our song?
I think we're aligned.
Let's see.
We
Let's
talked
see how
behind
it
the
goes. We
tent
talked
and
behind the tent.
Okay, let's go. I wanna love you and treat you right. I wanna love you. Dun, 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 dun. Every day and every night we'll be together with the roof right over our heads. We'll share shelter. On my single bed, we'll share the same room. Yeah. As Jah provides our bed, is this love, 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 love that I'm feeling? Hey, hey. Is this love, is this love, is this love, is this love that I'm feeling? Yeah. Oh, oh, oh. I wanna know now. I got to know. Yeah. I'm willing and able. Yeah. Woo. So I throw my cards on your table. I wanna love you. I wanna love and treat you right. I wanna love you every day and every night. We'll be together. Come on, Junie. But don't fight over our head. We'll share the shelter of our single bed. We'll share the same room. Yeah, yeah. But Jah provides our bread. Is this love? Is this love? Is this love? Is this love that I'm feeling? I wanna know. Is this love? Is this love? Is this love? Love that I'm feeling. One more time. Is this love? Is this love? Is this love? Love, love that I'm feeling. Is this love? Is this love? Love, love that I'm feeling. Yeah. Applause. Capital FM will be sending you our rider.
Yes, please.
That was beautiful. That was fantastic, guys.
Yeah, that's what we're asking. Is it love when you are not considering everybody? I think that's really the question.
Yeah, inclusion is all about love.
It really is.
Yes.
So just before we went on the break, we were talking about what we can do, and you were saying it's really not that far out of our reach. Like changing mindsets, I think was how you very beautifully put it, because then everything is possible. So what does redefining the conversation in your case? I think if you said previously that you want to redefine politics, right?
Yeah.
So what does that look like in practice?
For me, it looks like authenticity, bringing, like I said, all parts of who I am to the table. Number one, showing people that actually you don't need to leave anything behind. I think this saying that we always that we have in our lexicon, which is leave no one behind, it also includes yourself. That's number one. Number two, I think that when you look around and you think about politics, there is a bit of like a cringe people feel when they think, politics. They're like, those people doing those things. But why can't it turn into something more empowering? Something that young people feel, actually, I want to get into that thing, because that's where change happens. Like real change comes through at the top, and at the top, fortunately or unfortunately, involves politics and involves you politicking. So it's something that we should not shy away from as women, as people with disability, as youth, from getting ourselves into. And I think also redefining politics, for me, it includes giving a new language to politics, not having this, the usual sort of I don't know, tweed jackets, type thing, saying the same things over and over
aged
again.
Language,
yes,
yeah.
aged language, stuffy language. Just bringing and injecting something fresh into it. And I think that in general, redefine politics away from me as the individual will look like government sticking to global standards, trying to pull rather their part of this inclusion sort of discussion and an agenda item. Government has to lead from the top or lead from the front. And number two, I think private sector, what they can do is invest in this idea and this cause that I'm trying to push, and also innovate towards it, make sure that you have or create space for people with disabilities, people who are different, people who think different, people who look different, because society is not just the 45-year-old, the profile is always a 45-year-old like man, abled man. It's Martin, basically. The profile is Martin. We have June, we have Livali, we have Mev, there's other people on the table as well. And so private sector, I think, can play in that part, and then the general population, like communities, our smaller, societal sort of, population, would go all the way down to the ward level. Our neighbors, nyumba kumi, basically. What we can do is, like I said, sort of like change or think differently, rather. Think differently.
Parallel briefly with the creative space, because you played in that space. Do you think the same answer applies in the entertainment industry?
Yes, in the entertainment industry, I think it does apply, because government has a role to play, because they have to create a conducive environment for us to all thrive in, which means lawmaking, which means standards and policies, which means penalties, all kinds of frameworks that they should do on their level. And then private sector means investing. So investing in our creatives, not only those who can do a service for you, like, our AI folk or a designer or a graphic or a photographer, but also looking more keenly for local music, local artists to be on your soundtracks, to be on your TV shows, to be on your ads, whatever it might be, doing voiceover work with our artists. And then us as creatives also to be a bit more bold and collaborate with each other a bit more. Because I find in Kenya that there's only like a constellation of a few people up here who sort of like are doing really well, and then the 2 or 3%, yes, and then now the rest of us are just like out here, wild west. And I think that just like in Nigeria, people really pull each other along. They don't leave their people behind, they take them along with them. So I think as well as creative industry ourselves, the artists, we also have a lot of work to do in pulling together and speaking with one voice, because you'll only get the attention of government, of the top, which is the president and executive, if we are one voice, because you'll not be able to leverage otherwise. You cannot go there with a few factions or a few silos. You'd all come together, and that's the only way.
So elusive associations, but yes.
So as we wrap up, your final words, Senator, with regard to future of an inclusive Kenya.
I think an inclusive Kenya for me looks like a place that is safe for everyone, a place that everyone can play and thrive in, a place where everyone is seen in the workplace. All kinds of people are seen in tech. All kinds of people are seen in creative industry, in media. I would love to see, actually, another thing the media can do, I would like to see more presenters with disabilities on the mic, in front of the camera. I don't see currently anyone with a disability, because I believe that, just like in my experience, I could never be who I didn't see. When I was younger and acquiring my disability, having my eyesight sort of like lost year on year, I could not look at the TV and be like, oh, I love that person. Like, that's someone who's like me. They're disabled, they're a woman, etc. Didn't see it. And so I had no blueprint. I had no one to inspire me and sort of like, propel me forward. And so I looked outside of Kenya, the Whoopi Goldbergs, the Dame Judi Dench's, they're the ones who also have glaucoma. And I was like, those are my models to follow. But I want someone local. So I feel we can have more people represented, because when people see themselves represented, they believe, okay, I can do that as well. So inclusive Kenya also looks like more representation for me.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming through.
Thanks, Koi.
That was
great. Thank you, Limbali, as well.
The day is better.
And it's going to keep getting better and better. Thank you, Senator Crystal Asige. It is 5 o'clock. Time for us to get back into the news with Davis Ayega.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming through. And we have heard the call. So we're going to heed it.
We have to heed it. We are going to heed it. Davis Ayega is now coming in to tell us what's happening in this country of ours. And